Hi YouTube, it's me, Sha, once again, and I'm back to do a book review because it's been forever. Why I always have to dance and do everything? Okay, so hi, yes, it's Sha, and I'm back to do a book review. I haven't done a book review in so long, since Fallen, and that was a really long time ago. So without further ado, I just want to get right into it. So let me just give it an introduction because it deserves an introduction. First off, this book was downright the most amazing book I've read since Twilight. And Twilight is like my #1 craziest, bestest book in my head that took me to places that no other book did. Okay, Twilight was up here. No other book in my entire life took me to places that Twilight did. Except for this book that I'm about to show you. I finished this book in one day. I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning reading this book. 2, I bought a paperback version of this book for $30, and I never spend that much money on a paperback. The most I spent on a paperback will be like 15, maybe 18. I think I spent like 18 or something for Twilight. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but never $30. But I purchased this. This book has been everywhere on TV shows, radio stations. Dr. Drew even spoke out about it. This book has been receiving so much positive energy and negative energy. This book, on the negative side, it has been said that this book is degrading to women and is giving abuse a pretty picture. It's painting a pretty big picture for abuse. Do I agree with the negative sides? No. Can I understand where it's coming from? Yes. But I don't agree with it. That's not where she was going with this book, with this story at all. So without further ado, let me just show you what it is. It's 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. Okay, E.L. James is a UK writer. She's also a TV executive, and she's just amazing. I mean, this story was so captivating, so compelling, so gut-wrenching, so everything. Like, you feel every kind of emotion for this book. You feel sad, you feel happy, you feel aroused. I know, weird, freaky, yes, but you definitely will get aroused in this book. Okay, so the main plot of this book is about a young man, okay, and it's basically an erotic novel. Erotic. So if you do not like sex scenes, if you do not like the whole S&M scene, if you don't have the stomach for it, don't read this book, because that's what it basically is about. Not all of it, but 50% of this book is very sexual and very passionate, and yeah, it's just along those lines. So if you don't really like those type of books, don't read this, because it's not for you. So, like I was saying, this story is about two people, Anastasia and Christian. Sorry, let me get it together. Okay, again, Anastasia and Christian, and they embark on this crazy, passionate, dominating, sexual, intense, crazy relationship. First, it's not really clear where their relationship is going. It's more like an arrangement, but later down the story, you can see it's forming into like something beautiful. Like, I loved it. So anyway, to begin, Anastasia, she's a 21-year-old college student. She majored in journalism. She has a best friend named Kate, and also a best friend named Jose. They love her and she loved them. They're very close. They were friends for the whole 4 years. And then there's also Christian, who has a really hard background. He's been through a lot in his life, which it still carries with him today. He doesn't know how to let it go. He doesn't know how to leave the past in the past. Christian was adopted when he was 4 years old, but before that he was raised by his mother, who was a crackhead. Sorry, that word sounds so harsh. She was addicted to crack, and she was a prostitute. She had pimps and everything. So his upbringing was horrible until the lovely, what's their last name? Mr. and Mrs. Grey adopted him, which I thought was so awesome because he has gray eyes. They talk about his eyes a lot, these piercing gray eyes, and the people who adopted him, last names happen to be Grey. How cool is that? So yeah, that's what happens with him. Okay, Christian is like this top of the line boss, okay, by all means necessary. He's only 27, and he's the CEO and founder of his multi-billion-dollar company. He is very young, very serious, very, very dominant, okay? He is a serious control freak to the 10th degree. So when this little beautiful, kind of insecure, not sure of herself, still finding herself, young lady by the name of Anastasia comes into his world. It's just a whirlwind, okay? From the point that they met, which they met when she did an interview with him, her best friend Kate, who's her roommate, is the editor for their college magazine, college newspaper, and she was sick that day, so she happened to go. Faith. She happened to go instead of Kate, and from then on, it was a whirlwind. First, like I said, Anastasia is just really innocent. She's innocent. She's a virgin. She doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't party. She's, innocent. She hasn't really found herself yet. She hasn't found her voice in a lot of areas, but at the same time, she's still she's very human, and she's very relatable. She's not the most gorgeous girl, as they describe her in this book. She's not the most confident and graceful girl at all, but I think she still felt comfortable with herself, even though it seems like in the book that she has self-esteem problems, but I don't think she does. I think she knows what she is and she knows what she's not, and she likes to stick to that line, basically. And so when this guy, this dominant, weird, kind of mysterious guy comes into her life, he just turns it upside down, and basically she's never the same. So, like I said, it was an erotic novel. It does talk a lot about the sub and dom world, which is basically S&M. He's really into all of that stuff to the highest degree. He's into that stuff. He has a playroom in his house that they speak on a lot about. He has had he has had countless relationships, but they all have been sub-dom. But then Anastasia comes along and she wants more, and what's crazy, and for the first time, he actually wants to give her more. He actually wants more for her. He wants to give her more, and he wants more from her as well. He's starting to care about her. She falls in love with him, which is so easy to do, even though in the book he is really dominant and really controlling and likes things to be done his way. He's just really, really controlling. I don't know personally if I can deal with that on like a relationship daily. That it's just too intense. He's just too intense. He actually makes her, she loves him in a sense, but he also scares her, and he also makes her feel not as comfortable as she would feel, with other people. So that's something that's kind of funny about it, but I'm sure it'll get better in 2 and 3. Their relationship will evolve in the second book and the third book, I'm sure. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about the book. I just think it's a beautiful story. It's not the whole butterflies and kisses and cheesy type stuff at all, because he's just not into that. She's bringing it out of him, but that's just not the type of guy he is. But what is beautiful about it, he actually took her to meet his parents, which that's something he's never done before. He actually escorts her to, like, her friend Jose, who's a photographer. He escorts her to his function. Oh my god, I'm talking about the second book. Sorry. Well, anyway, he just wants to give her more. He wants more from her. He also, like I said, is very dominant. So he also has these like stalker tendencies, which is kind of creepy, but also endearing in like the craziest way. I don't understand. This book makes you want Christian. Like, this book makes you want a guy like Christian, even though he's very controlling and everything. But it's just so weird. So I think I'm gonna just leave it at that. It's an awesome book. Like I said, if you're not into like the erotic novels, don't get it, because it's very, very erotic, very passionate, very intense. Like I said, I really loved it. I would highly suggest everyone that's 18 and over to purchase this book, because this book is amazing. And I'm at 9 minutes now, so I'm going to wrap that up, and thank you for watching.